program was not something that was working out for me, and it was ultimately detrimental to the other students. So, and plus I was flunking out. So I was dismissed, and I was put into the regular school, Frangus Elementary, and I matriculated through the rest of my 5th grade year. They, of course, gave me the sternest teacher that was at the school, Miss Williams, a black lady who didn't even play the radio. So it was definitely a growing point for me. But I tell you that story just to encourage you that regardless of where you might be at this point, you have a long way to go in reaching into your adulthood and into your education. So really, there's only 5 things or 4 things that I want to tell you, and it's an acronym, so it's pretty easy to remember. It's RUSH. RUSH. So you're going to be rushing into the 6th grade. Soon you will have rushed through middle school and into high school, and then you will rush into college and into the next aspect of your life, your careers, your families. And so as you are rushing, I want to give you just 4 simple things. First, respect. Young men and women, you have to learn how to respect other people when you go to middle school and in subsequent life. Everyone that you interact with, whether it be your fellow peers, your students, your parents, your teachers, anyone that you interact with deserves your respect, regardless of their color, regardless of whether they're taller or shorter than you, smarter or not smarter than you. Everyone deserves your respect. Be a peacemaker and not a bully. That will take you a long way in life. And that's something that I didn't learn until too late in life. And I think that maybe for some of the things that I have achieved, I might have been able to go further if I learned how to better respect people. And in respecting other people, you have to learn how to respect yourself. I mean, it's not enough to simply attribute the things that you have to other people, but you have to understand that you got here because you did the work. And you have to respect yourself and love yourself enough to understand that every hour that you spend doing homework, practicing your drums or your craft or whatever it is that you do, that is investing in yourself. So the first letter of the word rush is for respect. The second, and for me, the thing that hit me closest to home as I was working on this was uniqueness. Students and scholars, each and every one of you is unique. I didn't appreciate that about myself. And you have to understand that it's okay to be different. And it's not just okay, but you also have to embrace your differences. You have to embrace your tallness. You have to embrace your awkwardness. You have to embrace the way that you talk. You have to embrace the way that you do your hair. You are unique, and you deserve to be praised for that uniqueness. Each and every student sitting here was born for a unique purpose, and you said that in your creed. You were born, and you are here on this earth to do something unique and distinctive. The world actually needs that creativity and that uniqueness that you have. So never marginalize that. It's very important to celebrate your uniqueness and your difference. Third, the S in rush is for the sky. The sky is the limit for each and every one of you. Never sell yourself short on what you can do or the things that you can be. I know you hear that all the time, but it's really the truth. One of my favorite quotes from college, and I went to Morehouse College, that a scholar whose name was Howard Thurman said, was not failure, but low aim is sin. What that means is you don't fail when you try, but you only fail when you aim low. Meaning that each and every one of the students that are sitting here, you all are better than D's. You all are better than C's. You're even better than B's. You're better than good. Each and every one of you is great. And if you're not striving for greatness, then you're selling yourself short. When I graduated from high school, one of the things that I learned when I was graduating from high school, I'll go back a quick second. My junior year in high school, I was a track athlete. I ran track. I ran the quarter mile and I ran the half mile. We qualified for the state track meet in the 4x8, and I ran one of the fastest times, the fastest time at our school at that time, and one of the fastest times in the state. I was well on my way to college, as I thought, being a track athlete. And my track coach, who was also my football coach, pulled me aside right before the end of my junior year and told me, Lyndon, if you want to graduate from college and you want to go to college, I need you to do something. I need you to be on my football team. I need you to play football for me, and I will make sure that you graduate from college and that you make it to the next level. Now, one thing that I've always been bad about is you can't tell me anything. I always felt like you couldn't tell me anything. And when that football coach told me that he was the avenue for me to succeed, it totally changed my worldview, because I felt like my destiny was in my own hands. And regardless of what my football coach or my track coach thought that they could do for me, I could do for myself. So I quit track.
You shouldn't
after being a letterman in track and football, I quit. I quit all the sports that I played. And I quit because I knew that I would be able, if I was going to go to school, I was going to go to school on my own merits. So my senior year, instead of playing sports, I focused on my schoolwork. It's something I had never done before. I, in fact, was a C student in math and in English. But I changed my focus. I decided that I was going to be as great as the next student. I remember going to graduation my junior year and seeing all the students who had their caps and their gowns on, and they had all the cords on. You get cords when you are in scholarship societies and all these honor societies. And I thought to myself, man, I'm just as smart as any of them. But the path that I'm on right now is not the path that's going to get me there. And it's not reflecting my own greatness. So I just challenge you to aim high. Because you were born for a unique purpose, make sure that you have to pursue that. Make sure that you pursue that with all of your heart. And whatever you do, strive to do it so well that no one living, dead, or yet to come can do it better than you. Because you are unique. And finally, the H in rush is for your habits. The habits that you form today are going to be a reflection of your character. If you pass notes in class and you don't focus and you don't listen to your teacher, that's reflecting of your character. And you know that you're better than that. If you try to do things that are sneaky and behind your teacher's back, if you cheat on tests, that's not getting you ahead, it's actually setting you back. Your habits of studying hard, working hard in class, that's going to actually form your character and ultimately set your destiny. So I challenge you to allow your habits to not just reflect what you're doing now, but let that reflect the person that you want to be. If you want to be the doctor, if you want to be the lawyer, if you want to be the teacher, the principal, the community's leader, if you want to be those things, let your habits today reflect that. So, in conclusion, as I get ready to sit down, I just encourage you to rush to respect yourself and other people, to celebrate your uniqueness, to aim for the sky, and to let your habits reflect the person that you want to be. The teachers and all of the faculty and staff that have worked with you over this past year have instilled in you certain values. So as you go to Memorial and Lee and Howard and whatever middle school, maybe even Legends, I challenge you to allow what they have instilled in you reflect in your actions, in your attitude, in your academics in your 6th grade year. Inspire those around you to make better choices. It's not just good enough that you do well, but inspire those around you. Be a leader. Be a leader. Set the example. So, before I leave, I just want to leave you with one of my favorite poems. Oh, and by the way, mind you, I was a C student in English all throughout high school. Hated reading. Absolutely hated reading. And before I finished graduating, and I went to college with a full scholarship, not because there was anything great in me, but because I simply decided that